I've wanted to make this video for a while now. This is really the quickest and honestly the easiest way to farm Lynels in Tears of the Kingdom. Now this build is fairly straightforward, however it does require a few specific items, namely the armor and the perks on that armor, and your weapon that you're going to be actually doing damage to the Lynel with. As far as spoilers go, this build does require the use of a few late game items, particularly from the Sage quests. So if that's something you haven't completed and you don't want to be spoiled on, this is your warning. The main idea for this build is an easy way to quickly one phase any silver Lynel on the surface or in the depths, utilizing the bullet time for your bow and arrow. And then once you're mounted on the Lynel's back, to have a weapon that will do enough damage to defeat that Lynel in 6 hits or less. And this setup easily achieves all those parameters. All right, so let's go through quickly kind of what we need here. Firstly, and most importantly, we need a Molduga Hammer, which is a Pristine Royal Guard Claymore with a gold attack up plus 10 modifier on it, fused with a Molduga jaw. And then you hit it on the ground until you see your Molduga Hammer is badly damaged. And then you hit it 2 more times on the ground. If you hit it 3 more times, it'll break. So get to the badly damaged notification, and then 1, 2, and you're ready to go. Royal Guard's Claymores, as you see on the last line, yields massive destructive power right before it breaks. It breaks on that 3rd hit after you get that damage message, so hit it 2 more times after you get that and you're ready to go. Now it says 162 damage, but it's actually doing about 344 to a silver Lynel, and that's just for the sword itself. It doesn't say that in game for some reason, but that's what it's doing. Now you may be thinking, well, we're on the last hit of the sword, won't it break once I hit the Lynel? And the answer is no, because your weapons don't actually take any durability damage when you're mounted on the Lynel's back. Now if you were to hit it in the legs or somewhere else, then yeah, it would break. But as long as you're mounted, you can just keep hitting it. As far as bows go, multi-shot Lynel bow is great. You don't really need those to start out. If you don't have one, that's okay. I have a video using just this old wooden bow on a silver Lynel to get it to kneel. If you have the Great Eagle bow, I mean, any bow will work right now for the surface, for the Lynels on the surface that aren't armored as the depth ones are. So we'll just use a 5-shot Savage Lynel bow. Armor-wise, we have 2 choices. We have the Radiant set, and what we're looking for here is bone weapon proficiency. You can see that under that set bonus, disguise, bone weapon proficiency. That gives a multiplier to the sword because we have a Molduga jawbone fused to it. So that gives it even more damage. The other set you can use is the Evil Spirit set. It has the same bonuses as the Radiant set. I think it looks a little cooler. It doesn't have the defense that the other one does, but so that's up to you, whichever one you have. As far as shields go, we're not going to be doing anything that needs a shield. You know, we're not going to be parrying or dodging or blocking or doing anything fancy. We're just going to be shooting it in the head, jumping on its back, and hitting it 5 or 6 times for a silver Lynel, and that's it. So you can, if you have a rocket shield, you could always equip it if you know, something happens and you need to pop up in the air. But I don't even bother equipping them, to be honest. As far as food goes, we need an attack up plus 3 attack up meal. These are 4 bananas plus a dragon horn, and you can use any of the dragon horns. As you can see in these first 3, that's 1 from each of them. 5 bananas gives you attack up plus 3 for 4 minutes and 10 seconds. So that's an easy one if you don't have dragon horns. For Lynels in the depths, all of those except for a few in the floating Coliseum are armored, and you need something to break that armor. And I like to use, really just because I have so many of them now, the Lynel hoofs. But you can use Gibdo bones or something else hard just to break that armor. And this is where you would really want a multi-shot bow. Single-shot bows don't always break the armor completely on the first hit, so multi-shot bows for Lynels in the depths, I would suggest. Last thing we need are our sages. Tulin's a good one. And Minoru for sure. She's really the whole function of this farming method, and she's what makes it super easy. So now with everything put together, we'll be doing 928 damage per hit to the Silver Lynel, which has about 5,000 health points. So pretty significant damage. Okay, so we should be good here. So I'm just going to give a quick rundown of what the whole point of this process is. Let's say this rock is a Lynel. What we're going to be doing is riding Minoru up to the Lynel, and then we're going to dismount, aim with the bow to get bullet time, shoot the Lynel in the head, which will cause it to kneel, and then you run up, you jump on its back, and you start hitting it with your sword. And it's that simple. So let's look at a few examples of how this actually works. Okay, so we've got a Silver Lynel, and I am right here on the Rabia Plain. This is the Kurikat Shrine. There's one right here. The Lynels on my map, I use the treasure stamp. So I'm going to go ahead and eat an attack up, +3. On this one, we could just fly in and headshot from the air, but we'll go ahead and jump on Minoru here, since that's kind of the whole point of this build and this process. So we're just going to approach the Lynel. It's going to charge at some point, so we want to just get ready. Headshot it, you hear the ding. Go ahead and run up to it. Get on its back. Now pace your hits here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's it. I mean, it's honestly, it's that easy. The reason I pace my shots, when you kill the Lynel, it throws you off its back. If you're just spamming your sword hits, there's a good chance that you will do a ground slam with your Molduga Hammer, with your Lynel hammer, and it will break. And that means you have to go get a new one and do the whole thing again. Let's see what that looks like. So this is what not to do when you're on the Lynel's back, swinging with your sword. You don't want to spam. You don't want to just push it as hard as you can, because that will happen. When you kill the Lynel, it throws you off its back. And if you're in mid-swing with the sword, you're going to do that ground slam, and it's going to break, because that sword's on its last hit. Let's head to the floating Coliseum in the depths. Now you can find the Coliseum right above the Great Abandoned Central Mine. I put a travel medallion right up here just to make it quick, but there's a light route nearby you can just travel to. So the way the floating Coliseum works, as you defeat one Lynel, the next one comes out. As you defeat that one, the next one comes out, etc. And they come out in a certain order. So if we walk up to the front, to the entrance of the Coliseum here, we can get a better picture of the order that these Lynels come out. So this first one is a red Lynel. Once you defeat that, it's going to go to your left as you're looking at it. And that's going to be a blue Lynel. Then that third one is going to be a white Lynel. The fourth one will be a silver Lynel. And then the fifth one will be a silver Lynel that has armor. And for this one, you need something to break it with. So we talked about in an earlier section about using the Lynel hoofs or using Gibdo bones attached to your arrows for fighting armored Lynels. That's what you would need in this case. So go ahead and hop on Minoru, and the encounter will start once we reach this midpoint here. Now the first one approaches, we get ready, we pop off, go into bullet time, get the headshot, run up. Now this is a red Lynel, so it's only going to take 2 shots. Now we want to hop right back up on Minoru. If you want to grab any of the stuff that this Lynel dropped, you can just kind of hover over it, but you want to get ready for the next one. So this one's a blue one, we're going to get ready, jump off, bullet time, headshot. Run up. A nice easy pacing the shots. 3, so that one took 3 shots. Now jump right back up on Minoru. And again, you want to pick up the stuff, just kind of move over it, but get ready for the next one coming out. This one's a white Lynel. And we're going to do the same thing. Get ready. Bullet time. Headshot. Pace out your swings. And right back up on Minoru. And ready for the next one. Now the next one's a silver Lynel. It's not armored. So do the same thing. Bullet time. Find the head. Headshot. Jump on its back. Nice paced out shots. Watching the health bar. And there we go. And back up on Minoru for the last one. Now this one is armored, so we do need something to break it. I'm going to use a Lynel hoof attached to my arrow. You can see Tulin trying to shoot it, but that yellow bar is its armor. It's not doing anything. Right, so we got the Lynel hoof. Headshot the Lynel hoof. You see the yellow health bar went to red. That means we broke its armor. And that is it. That is the Coliseum. An easy way to find Lynels in the depths is to look below the stables on the surface. Most of the stables will have a Lynel below them in the depths. So we're going to travel over to this Lynel that's underneath the Gerudo Canyon stable. And all of the Lynels that are outside the floating Coliseum in the depths, all of them are armored. So we do need something to break that. Again, I'm going to use the Lynel hoofs, but you can use Gibdo bones or something else to break that armor. So same as before, we're just going to hop on Minoru. Approach the Lynel once it charges. Jump up, attach the Lynel hoof to your arrow. Break its armor with a headshot. Jump on its back. Nice deliberate shots. Pace them out. Watch its health bar. And you're done. All these Lynels on the surface and in the depths will respawn with the next blood moon, but here's a little trick. If you take a multi-shot bow, 5-shot bow would be great, rocket shield, and I'm here at just at Lookout Landing, but really any body of water is going to work, and what we're going to do is force a blood moon by basically overloading the game. So the first thing we want to do is save. We're going to use our rocket shield, hop up in the air, aim your bow, and attach topaz to your arrows. And you're just going to fire them into the water. Just keep attaching them, keep firing them. Things are going to start to slow down, they're going to get pretty laggy. And you're going to want to watch your stamina wheel. We want to go down to pretty much the last bit of stamina we have, and then we're going to load the save we just made. Yeah, and this should be the last arrow we can fire. Yep, now we're going to load the save. And when we do, a blood moon will happen. Now this has worked 100% of the time I've done it. So use this. You can go back and farm all the Lynels you just farmed. All the Octoroks will respawn. And even all the weapons at the soldier statues. Alright, so that's the build. That's the process. Super quick, super easy. I hope you get lots of Lynel horns and bows and all the good stuff. So have fun, and we'll see you next time.